Today, we will be putting the best right-footed players up against the best left-footed players in the world. We will be putting them up in 3 different battles, but more about that later. Let's first take a look at the right-footed team, and it's pretty good, obviously. There are more right-footed players in the world, so it would make sense for this team to be slightly better. They have the best keeper with a very strong defense. They do also have an extremely strong midfield, good wingers, and a good attacker with Mbappe up top. So overall, it's very good. But the left-footed team also looks incredible. Another world-class keeper with a pretty good defense. It's definitely not bad. Their midfield is however a little weaker with Palmer and Xhaka, but their wingers are better. And then that attack is insane with Dembele and Haaland up top. And they also have an incredible bench, especially with the superstar Lamine Yamal there. So each team has their strengths and weaknesses, so it might actually be closer than what we would expect. But 3 battles is what they'll be put up in: Champions League, League Simulation, and a head-to-head match in the end. But first is the Champions League. It's very simple. Both teams will be put in the Champions League. Whoever makes it the furthest out of the 2 teams wins the round. And I've put the right-footed team on Real Madrid, and the left-footed team is on Barcelona. So let's just first of all skip the league stage and see if both teams can make it through here. And okay, both have actually made it through, but only the left-footed team finished above 8th, meaning the right-footed team has to go through the playoffs first, and they're facing Frankfurt here. This could be a small advantage to the left-footed team, but let's see if they can beat Frankfurt first. And first leg only ends in a 1-1 draw. That's not good. This is actually intense. It comes down to this second leg, and they barely beat Frankfurt. Only 1-0, but they do win, which means they're through to the round of 16 now, and the left-footed team will face Dortmund, while the right-footed team is facing Sporting. A bit tougher for the left-footed, but let's still see if they can beat them here, and they do win the first leg somewhat comfortably. What about the right-footed players? Can they beat Sporting? And yes, they do win, but again, it's very close, only by 1 goal. Now for the second leg against Dortmund, and they do it very easily. They're through. But can the right-footed players also make it through? And yes, barely. They are playing with fire, but they both make it through to the quarter-finals, and the left-footed team gets the tougher opponent again with Bayern Munich, while the right-footed has to face Galatasaray. But let's see if they can even beat them. And yes, for once, it's not close. It's quite comfortable. Now, what about the left-footed team? Bayern Munich will be tough, but they do win by only 1 goal, though. Now, for the second leg of their match, can they do it? And no way they did. It was very, very close, though. But they have done their job. Now, all that's left to do is for the right foot to finish their job against Galatasaray. And oh my God, they actually lost the match, but still made it through on aggregate. That was lucky from them. So we're at the semifinals. Both have tough matches. But let's start Juventus against the right-footed players. And oh no, they lose the first leg. It's not looking good. What about the left-footed team? And they also lose their first leg. Now it's really not looking good. Can they make a comeback in the second leg now? They do win the match, but still lose on aggregate. So if the right-footed players win now, then they have won this round. If not, then it's a draw. And they draw it. They were also so close, but it ends in a draw. So both teams went out in the semifinals. So I will just make this first round a draw. What a dramatic way to start. But now it is the league simulation. I will be simulating 3 seasons in the La Liga, and we will be doing point system. Whichever team finishes above each other gets 1 point. And if a team wins a trophy, then that's 3 points per trophy. And we will be checking for each season. And in the end, whichever team has the most points will win this round. So let's just start by simulating the first season and see how both teams have done. So in the first season, it's actually the right-footed team that wins the league. So they get 1 point for finishing above the left-footed team, and also another 3 points for winning the league title. They even win the Copa de España, so that's yet another 3 points for them. But neither could win the Champions League. The left-footed team lost in the final, but the right-footed team ends season 1 with 7 points, while the left-footed has none. Yeah, it's very one-sided so far, but still, 2 more seasons left, so let's see if that'll change in season 2. So we're now at the end of season 2, but you really still haven't subscribed. You know what? I haven't even subscribed to myself, because why the hell would I subscribe to Farden0606, right? Yeah, let's not subscribe to that guy. Anyways, it's the left-footed team winning the La Liga here in the second season. So that's 1 point for finishing above the others, but another 3 for winning a trophy. So they're on 4 now. Neither could win the Copa de España, but the right-footed team was close. And neither could win the Champions League, but they were also close here again. So it's currently 7-4 to the right-footed team. So it does come down to this third and final season. The left-footed team needs a performance, at least 1 trophy. But let's see what happens. We're now at the end of the season, the moment of truth. Who has done it? And the right-footed team wins the La Liga. So that's 4 points for them, meaning they're on 11 now. But wait, the left-footed team wins the Copa de España, and actually even the Champions League. But that's only 6 points in total extra, so they end on 10 points. No way, that was actually a lot closer than I had even expected. That's crazy. But that does mean we're at the final battle, which is the head-to-head match. The left-footed team has to win if they still want a chance. But if the right-footed team wins, then they've won this video. But let's just get the match kicked off. The left-footed team is off to a good start here. The right-footed team is running on the wing. Maybe this is a chance for them. Never mind, it goes out for a corner. Let's see if they can score from this corner. It's a good cross to Mbappe, and it's a good header. But no way it gets saved. But a good opportunity for the right-footed team. The left-footed team is on the attack. They're on the wing. They pass it. Palmer is in the box. Oh no, he gets fouled. Surely that's a penalty. And yes, it is. This is crazy. The left-footed team has a chance to get ahead already. Rafinha steps up. Can he do it? And yes, he has done it. He has put the left-footed team ahead already. What a crazy start to the game. Let's kick it off again now. The right-footed is instantly on the attack, but the ball just gets intercepted. Not great. The left-footed team is on the wing. They cross, but it's a bad header and an easy saves. Now it's a chance for the right-footed team. They're actually moving forward. This could be. Bellingham shoots, but it gets saved. That's unlucky. But now it's getting intense on the other end. This is a chance to put them up 2-0 ahead. But no, it's a bad header from Haaland. It goes out wide. Haaland should have done better. The right-footed team might have one final chance here before the first half ends. They run on the wing. It's a terrible cross though. It just gets intercepted. And that's it for the first half. The referee has blown the whistle, so the left-footed team is leading but only by 1 goal. I'm really intrigued to see what will happen here in this second half, so let's just get it kicked off. Good attack here from the right-footed players. Vinny passes it. They try to get through, but again, the left-footed team's defense is just way too good for them. And now Vinny is on the run again. He passes it to Bellingham, and Bellingham passes it to Valverde. But what the hell did he just do? What a terrible decision. This looks like an incredible chance for the right-footed team. Mbappe is literally through on goal. Surely he takes his chance. Oh my God, he misses. Courtois saves it. Unlucky for them. That was really their chance, but they just couldn't take it. This could be another opportunity. That's an amazing cross to Mbappe, and he does shoot. But no, not again. It's another miss. How many chances is Mbappe going to miss here? The left-footed team is now on the attack, and that's a good cross into Haaland. He actually gets it and even shoots, but the ball also gets saved here. These keepers are actually amazing. The left-footed team might have one final attack in them if they can take their chance here. Rafinha is in the box. Wait, why did he turn around? Oh, that's a good pass to Dembele, who shoots it. And no way, I don't believe it. The left-footed team scores in the very final minute to win the game by 2 goals. So that means that they've both won a round, while having the first round equal, so we will do a 4th and final round. The Premier League simulation. Whoever finishes highest in the Premier League will win this video. So let's just do that quickly and see who wins. And we're at the end. Let's just check the league now. And there we go. The right-footed team has won. The left-footed team ended up getting second, so close, but just not enough. But still pretty decent, so it was a close battle. But the right-footed team ends up taking this video, which is probably what we all expected. But still a good fight from the left-footed team. But comment down below what I should do this on next, or just what other experiments you want me to do next.